Yo, what's up guys, it's me Jake here. Today I'm going to be doing a first impression review. I haven't really made one in a little bit, so I decided I really wanted to. But before I get into this video, if you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. And also if you like my content and want to see more of it, please go follow me on my socials of Instagram or Twitter. Yeah, let's just get straight into the video. And today, we're going to be talking about High-Rise Invasion. Now, I thought this story was pretty good, but I also got quite a bit into it. Like, if you can see, this is a pretty big volume now. I know there's around, I think, 8 of these, because there's 16 volumes, and these are all 2-in-1s. But, yeah, these give a lot of information per volume, and I've only read the first one. I cannot wait to get more of it, but to give a little bit of a synopsis, you follow this girl named Hanju Yuri, who's around 16 years old, if I believe, and she gets transported to another world. I know isekai, but like Truck-san did not get this kill this time. I have to warn you guys. I'm sorry, Truck-san didn't get the kill. But she gets trapped in this world of only skyscrapers. Now you cannot go to the floor because any way to get to the floor is completely blocked. And basically she has her phone on her and she tries calling everyone around her, like her friends, her family, and the only one that actually was able to connect was her brother, and then they found out they were both trapped in the skyscraper world. Not only that, there's these people with these masks that are trying to kill the people that got transported to this world, and they have to try to find a way to escape, which leaves a lot of questions, and is a really good manga for leaving questions, because you want to know how they got transported here, you want to know how they're going to leave, you want to know why these people have these masks, and why are they trying to kill the people in there, and why can't they touch the floor? Because the only way to get to the ground is to jump off a skyscraper, and if you don't know, you're probably not going to survive a fall off a skyscraper when you're hitting your head probably face first. But yeah, this is a very good like mystery, dark themed mystery thriller. Really great. I don't know if you can put horror in there, but I think you probably could. But yeah, this is a very good manga in my opinion. I definitely highly suggest you guys picking it up. But there's one major pitfall in this manga, and that is the protagonist being so annoying. Now, when I say she's annoying, she literally just is like, my brother taught me how to do this, my brother taught me how to do this, at like the age of 6, and he's just teaching her how to use a gun, and it's just not... It's not good writing for a protagonist like that, and I feel like they just use her for fan service as well, because there's a lot of times where they just show up her skirt for no reason, and there's no reasoning for her to be in a position like that to see it, so it's really annoying how they write the main character, but the characters around her are also pretty interesting, and the characters we see throughout the story who might not make it are also really interesting, and the dark themes really do make up for it, so I'm not roasting it for that. I really do think this is amazing. I just hope this protagonist develops in a way that makes it so I don't hate her, but really interesting. I thought the mystery aspects of this world are really interesting, and yeah, I like how they have these masks, because right off the bat, one of the first panels we see is her having to face off against a mask, and you get to see the differentiating abilities of these masks, how they all have different weapons, how they all have different like strength, because not every single human has the same amount of strength, and it's really interesting to see how she fights these things, because not every single one is an easy kill. Some of them have guns, some of them have axes, some of them have baseball bats, some of them have crowbars. It's not easy to kill these things. And the mysteries that you get to see throughout this are so amazing for that too, because there's a lot of things that go into it on how these people get their masks and their weapons. I'm not going to try to go into spoilers with that, because I don't really want to talk about spoilers for this series. I'd rather you guys just pick it up, because I think it's a pretty good manga. Now, the pacing for this can kind of be all over the place, because there's very many parts where it felt decently slow, but there was also a lot of parts in this volume that really felt like they were going by very fast, mostly action scenes. They were just fast-paced, like normal manga where action scenes are fast-paced. But a lot of the scenes where it wasn't action were not pretty fast-paced at all. There's a lot of slowed down moments, and to be honest, I think that's good for this manga, to have those slow moments to build upon their mysteries, because almost all those slow moments, it really built upon something and asked a question, which you don't really see too often when there's always a question being asked, no matter what the question is or how important it is to the story. It can be integral to the later on the story, to not important at all, which is something that I just think is really interesting throughout this manga, and I definitely think that you guys should pick it up. Mostly that there's also way darker themes than I was expecting. Yes, it's a dark themed thriller, horror, mystery. So I was expecting dark things, but there's a lot of things in here that I still didn't expect, like grape without the G. That was very much highly suggested at one point in this. There's also suicide that happens quite a bit, and you get to see just a bunch of people just die. Because she's not the only one in this world. She meets a lot of people, and there's no way that not a single person's dying. And that's the thing I like to see in this, is that they're not just giving plot armor to every single real person she meets. They're actually making it seem like there is a chance that every person she meets will die. There's no plot armor in that, which is something that not many shonens or mysteries really do. A lot of them put plot armor on a lot of the main cast. Now you might say that they aren't main cast, but the cast that they meet early on, they do put plot armor on. So it's really interesting to see that, and I definitely think that they did this very well. So I definitely give them props for that. I just hope that this protagonist gets better development. That's the main thing about this manga. If this protagonist doesn't get more development, I think that she can really destroy this whole series, because her whole entire motive is to escape this place and find her brother. So basically, she wants to find her brother, then escape this place. I said in reverse order, but she wants to escape with her brother until the end, where her motives kind of change a little bit, but I'm not going to say anything about that because that's also a spoiler. But it's really interesting to see how she does develop too, because there's some points where she's the nicest person and won't do harm a fly, and then there's some points where she'll literally kill a mask, and you're like, but are masks still humanoid people? Or these masks still have human emotions? You don't really know. So it's such a gray line that it's so interesting to see how she deals with them differently. So that's one thing I do like about this protagonist, but there's not many things other than that. Now, the art for the story is also really amazing. It really reminds me of a horror version of Prison School, kinda. I don't know why, it just does. It's probably the face, the face for all these characters really remind me of Prison School faces, but I can kind of see a little bit, not too much when it comes to other than the character design, but I definitely do suggest this. I definitely do. Highly, highly suggest this. But I've only read the first volume, so I could change my mind on it later down the line. I'm definitely going to be picking up a couple more to see if I like this, but I really do like the twists and turns that go through this, and I don't really read too many mystery manga, so this being one of my first ones is really interesting, and I'm really enjoying it. So I might pick up more mystery manga in the future, so I'm glad that I actually picked this up. And that's actually quite funny that how I got this. I've been wanting it for a little bit, but I went to Barnes & Noble's one day and they didn't have it. They had volumes 13, 14, and 15, 16. And then I go 2 days later and they basically didn't restock anything, but they had that volume. So it's quite funny how I got that. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video. If you like this video, please go down there and hit that like and subscribe button. Or if you like my content and want more of my content, then please go follow me on my socials of Instagram or Twitter. And I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope I see you guys next time. Peace!